What's up, guys? Okay, so real quick, I was perusing comments from the earlier video today, while I'm sitting here typing up a blog on my notebook, and I decided I want to put this video together just basically to answer a question, a real good question that was asked, and it was asked about the Galaxy S7, and you know, let me just go ahead and pull up the comment here so I can read it to you guys, share it with all of you guys. It's a pretty good comment, so I want to be able to respond to it. Um, let's see. We open up the using YouTube Studios. Okay, this is from Jose Sevilla. Sorry if I said your name wrong, but Sevilla. Any thoughts on rooting the S7? I see a one-click rooting website for the S7 here. He gives me a link. Let me know what you think of it, and is it worth doing it from this website? Thanks. Okay, I did check out the website. And here's the thing. First off, the S7 specs is just phenomenal. Okay, of course it's going to be phenomenal. It's a flagship device for 2016. It's got to be phenomenal. It's got to be like right there. It's got to take its seat, in the top smartphones. So all the thrones, these flagships go and they take their seat and they govern for the year. Okay, you can't put out anything less. Samsung pretty much knows this. The problem is that rooting an Android device is just, the thought of it just spiders everywhere. Everyone has their own, reason why they do it. Um, but here's the thing: today, rooting an Android device is, I don't know. Some people are probably gonna like shoot me here for this. Rooting an Android device today, especially with flagship devices and the specs that they give you, and the way Android is giving you more features, is pointless. Don't kill me, but it really is pointless. Um, Google and Android, as they continuously create a new flavor for us, like we're bound to get Android N real soon at Google I/O. They're gonna unveil it. The features that they give in Android now pretty much are things that we've been asking for, and the reasons why we've been rooting Android devices since Froyo, even before Froyo. Um, and so now that we're getting those features, it's really pointless to root a new flagship device. Um, Now, some people could say, well, they want to root it because of performance or anything like that. But while that could be the case, I mean, flagship devices run pretty stellar. And of course, they're going to get lopped off next year in 2017. The S8 is going to come out, and it's going to completely blow the S7 out the water. And around that time, it would seem plausible to actually want to root the S7 then, based on performance issues, because performance is going to be way better in 2017. But as of right now, it's a brand new flagship device. Its performance is going to be top dog, if not stellar or king, uh, depending if LG G5 and the HTC M10 can actually outperform the S7. But if not, the S7 is pretty much going to be top dog, as far as from the OEMs, you know, producing hardware for Android. Now, this is not including the Nexus 6 that's going to be released later this year. That's rumored to be by Huawei. Um, has nothing to do with that. That's a Nexus device. But just basically, the S7 itself. Now, some people don't like TouchWiz, and that would be a decent reason to actually root the S7, because then you can apply a custom recovery, and there's different developers like Sanage and Mod and Parent. Well, I don't think Paranoid Android's around anymore. I think they shut down. But there's also Dirty Unicorns. I mean, there's different developers out there developing. Basically, they're taking vanilla Android and then kind of throwing their own spin on top of it. But other than that, that would probably be a reason to root the S7 if you wanted a bone stock Android experience. Nothing, no TouchWiz or any of Samsung's influences thrown on top of it. Yeah, definitely. Bloatware, not really too concerned about bloatware because flagship devices, while some do come with bloatware, it really seems like with carriers out there, they really try not to want a lot of bloatware on their flagships. Except for maybe Verizon and AT&T. And that's also another thing here too. It also depends on carrier, because if you are with Verizon or AT&T, you're bound to have this device with a locked bootloader. I know Sprint is starting to do that too. Shame on you, Sprint, for doing this. Following trends, this should not be something that Sprint does, but that'll be for like a different video topic. But now, as far as the website itself, there's going to be a massive amount of websites that will say download this to root the S7. The S7 is not even out yet for us to actually get. Developers are still getting demo units, to do reviews on YouTube. But um, yeah, it's clearly not on sale just yet. And there's going to be a lot of websites that's going to claim that they have the one-click method to root the S7, and some could be genuine and some not. It really depends on where your sources come from. Me personally, when it comes to rooting, I trust links from XDA. Those guys have never steered me wrong, and even people from the Android forums have never steered me wrong. When it comes to like these websites like Search for Root or How to Root or Galaxy S7 Root, like you really got to be weary about that. And I would say definitely stay away from that, just because either it's going to take you through this whole hamster wheel spin for different ads that it's going to want you to watch, or surveys it's going to want you to do, and survey after survey after survey, and then you're like your mind's just go, because you're like, I've done 8 surveys and the link is still not unlocked for me to download, and it's not worth the headaches and the stress. Just wait for XDA, wait for Android forums. Those guys out there, they're wonderful, and they will have it up if there is an actual one-click root method. But really, as far as to answer your question, is it worth doing? That's clearly up to you. If for whatever reason, because there are people out there who root their Android devices just for the sake of saying that my device is rooted, and they clearly have no real, actual, genuine reason why they root their smartphone. And then there's those that just want to run stock Android on a flagship device made by Samsung. It doesn't mean that they're weird for wanting to do that. That's a pretty good reason too. If I bought an S7 but I wanted to use vanilla Android, then yeah, I'm gonna root my S7. I'm gonna put a custom recovery. I'm gonna flash a custom ROM on it and make it my own, other than what Samsung has given for me to use. So hopefully this cleared up a lot of questions about it. Should you root the S7? Clearly up to you, but I just wanted to toss out a few things. So just be careful about those websites. Also, another thing too, real quick, about those websites that I find funny is like they'll, some of them. I think sometimes they don't really pay attention to what's going on in the world of mobile tech, because they'll give you this thing of like, they'll give you like a one-click root method and then how to install Lollipop on the S7, and it's like, why would you want to install Lollipop on the S7 when you definitely know that it's coming up with Marshmallow? Yeah, those ones, just stay clear of those websites. Trust in the main sources. XDA is one of the main sources. Android forums is another main source. Um, Definitely. And yeah, hopefully this answered your question. And if it did, leave me a thumbs up. And if this answered anyone else's questions, leave me a thumbs up to let me know that. Leave a comment if you have any other questions. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And thanks for checking out this late video. And yeah, I'm going to go back to typing up my blog. So check you guys later.